News at 11.
Tonight, two different conclusions of the same case. LMPD's chief disagrees with the city's inspector general about an ex-officer's conduct the night he shot a man in August of 2023. This is Wave News at 11. I'm Jose Sosaya. Just in this evening, the city's OIG shared a report saying that night in Clifton, Roberto Cedino did not comply with LMPD's with the policies of de-escalation and deadly force. Wave News reporter Julia Richardson is breaking down not just the inspector's finding, Julia, but also the chief's rebuttal tonight.
Yeah, Jose. Well, it's a rebuttal because LMPD's own professional standards unit cleared Cedino of wrongdoing that night he shot and killed 46-year-old James Monty. We're reviewing the body camera that shows the moments then Officer Cedino arrived that August night. He learned another officer reported someone fired a gun and hit their leg. When Cedino arrived and heard even more gunfire, he grabbed his rifle. Cedino then came across James Monty, and several documents we've looked at say Monty pointed a gun in Cedino's direction. Cedino tried to fire his rifle, but it malfunctioned, so he then crossed an alleyway, cleared his rifle, and fired it, hitting Monty 7 times.
A Louisville Metro office tasked with overseeing police conduct. Inspector General Ed Harness says former officer Roberto Cedino violated protocol for his use of deadly force and failure to de-escalate. The OIG's report states Cedino did not give James Monty a verbal warning or try to calm the temperature before firing his weapon, and that he apparently re-engaged Monty without confirming he was an immediate threat. Not long after this report was made public, LMPD Chief Paul Humphrey shared his department's statement, telling Harness and the OIG, quote, Officer Cedino performed exactly as we expect any officer to perform in that situation. Humphrey's letter reads that by the time Cedino encountered Monty, Monty himself had already used deadly force against an officer and remained armed with the ability to attempt to harm officers or members of the public. Later in his letter, Chief Humphrey referred to 2 more statements of reports that exonerated Cedino's actions. Both the Commonwealth's attorney and LMPD's professional standards unit came to the conclusion that Monty was a deadly threat to Cedino, and enough of a threat that Cedino was justified in firing without verbal commands. Harness's office raised concerns about Cedino's tactical decision-making. They claim that because Cedino, a military veteran, quote, crossed a kill zone and did not retreat to nearby cover, his approach relied more on combat experience instead of law enforcement training. To that end, the OIG gave LMPD recommendations to review protocol for officers with military backgrounds and add training materials that emphasize what are called de-escalation techniques and tactical pause strategies.
Now, it is also important to note that LMPD sent us a link to a February report in which the OIG claims Cedino was not in the wrong, but we did find some discrepancies in that report. So tonight we reached out to Harness's office to clarify the change in position. We have not heard back yet. Julia Richardson, Wave News.